Hello and welcome. Happy holidays. Today we're in the Tier 8 German battleship, the Tirpitz. And in this match I was asked to play HE only. You shouldn't play HE only, AP on a ship like this is better, but we can still play relatively effectively. So that's what we're going to do. It's a tier 6 to 8 battle, which makes HE only probably worse, but you know, we'll probably manage. I am a secondary build, so HE does have some synergy with that. Secondaries will likely set things on fire. HE will likely set things on fire, which means that they are less likely to have damage control party. But overall, if somebody's showing me a broadside, I will not be able to punish them. So, at the A-cap we have my ship, an Eindracht, and a Salmon. The enemies have also a submarine, the U-69 as we can see. They have an Amagi, and their Nürnberg and Asturias seem to be sailing away. So, with my way too aggressive push, maybe we can do something. But it will all hinge upon the enemy submarine, and I suppose my own submarine. We can only continue pushing if we deal with the oh my! I actually hit the submarine! Wow! I just, you know, last known position and aim based on that, but hitting submarines can be incredibly powerful, because if you can hit them once, they use damage control parties so that there's not an oil spill, and then you hit them again, now you will probably have an oil spill that will tell you exactly where the submarine is. Which probably means that you'll get to airstrike them again and again and again. And we actually hit. And this is a flooding that probably sticks. Yeah, see? We see the oil spill. And now, follow-up plane drops are gonna be a lot easier. So, what we're just gonna do is try to chill right here. I really don't want to engage the Amagi that much. I probably could, but I want to focus on the submarine. I just ended up drifting a little too far. See? We still can see where the submarine is. Okay, she moved forward, I guess. Is she continuing to move forward? I guess she is. Also, she has been underwater for a while, so battery might not be the greatest on the submarine at this point. Didn't hit. Oh well, but that's okay, because right now I am not in any danger. Oh, and there she is. I guess the submarine surveillance thing came up. And the submarines are fighting each other. But we're definitely gonna help. And oh, I suppose the Salmon didn't need help. The enemy Nürnberg decided to YOLO into our team and got taken care of by an Eindracht. Although I imagine Colorado helped quite a bit. Now we can push, because there's no submarine and no destroyer to really make things difficult for me. All we're gonna be fighting is the Asturias, which is a cruiser, and the Amagi. This is the point where AP would be very, very useful to have. Because, well, it's a cruiser, we're a battleship, and we can't punish the cruiser. Look, he's literally sailing broadside. This would be the absolute perfect opportunity for some AP, which we can't use. But that's okay, I mean, 5,700 on just the front guns with HE, it's fine. Especially since the secondaries are gonna add up damage too. I mean, look, he takes damage, he's at 25k HP. He has lost another 1k HP already, 24k. We hit for, what, 3k? He's down to 19k. I mean, wait, is he healing? I didn't know that these ships had healing at this tier. That's interesting. But I don't think it's gonna make any real difference, because the secondaries will just deal so much damage over time. Like a cruiser at this kind of range is just... it's a bad idea against a secondary battleship. You're just gonna get out DPM'd by the secondaries. The CV is trying to help them, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. So I do a little bit of zigzag. It means my rear turrets don't get to be engaged, but it hopefully helps me against torpedoes, and at the same time it keeps me angled against the Yamagi. Because if I had my guns turned the other way, well, I would have had to show broadside to the Yamagi. But yeah, Asturias down to 7k, 6k. I mean, we're at 105 secondary hits already on her. 3k. Oh, and Amagi is reversing for some reason. And there goes the Asturias. I'm surprised that Amagi is standing still. If I had been Amagi, I would have tried to run a lot earlier. Because, well, Tirpitz has torpedoes. If you sit there, you're gonna get torpedoed. Even if you maybe survive it, it's still gonna, you know, hurt a lot. Also, right now would have been another good time where... actually, maybe not. Amagi, I don't think we can Citadel at this kind of range. We could have still done a lot more damage than what we do with HE. But hey, multiple fires does a lot of damage too, and there is always a chance of that with HE. I suppose it doesn't really matter that much, since we're gonna just torp him. It probably won't actually kill him, because Amagi has a very strong torpedo build. Yeah, wow. Wow, he has a lot of HP. But the secondaries have set a fire. Also, the current position I'm gonna be in, my secondaries are gonna hit his bow, and it's gonna deal a lot of damage, because they're gonna get penetrating hits there. Quite a lot of them. And there goes the Amagi. Now, I am being annoyed by the aircraft carrier. There just isn't much I can do about it. Also, remember how we killed everything at A? And that means that we could easily get the A-cap? Imagine if we had a stealthy ship that could have taken the A-cap with us. Wouldn't that have been nice? Say, for example, a salmon, right? Would have been really, really nice. But for some reason, the salmon decided not to take the A-cap. And this is potentially catastrophic. We're not really winning this game. At least, not in any significant way. The enemy has one cap advantage. They might lose one of them, but that will just put us even. We would be significantly ahead if the salmon had just taken a little bit of extra time to take the A-cap. He would have also got more XP for it. Unfortunately though, he didn't. And I could try going back, but I'm not sure if I can. If the Ryujo keeps attacking me, it's going to be very painful to do so. Not to mention, I would really like to actually fight ships rather than sail for like 3 minutes to get back to the cap zone to try to take it. And on top of that, we don't know where their Hatsuharu is. The destroyer could be on their way to the A-cap. In which case, I would have to contend with a destroyer that I wouldn't be able to see in a battleship, which obviously is just a bad deal overall. Oh yeah, with the pings, well, it seems that maybe one of them is trying to chase our ranger down. Also, I keep getting dropped by the CV, so I would have to maneuver a lot, which would probably slow me massively down. Rocket planes or whatever, this isn't a big deal, but torpedo bombers are gonna be a big deal. Leon is actually firing AP at me. That's surprising. But I guess I can't necessarily just ignore a battleship on my broadside. I have to angle against it. And I think this pretty much aborts my push to the A-cap then. Because I can't. I would have to show too much side, or it will take a very long time. Not to mention, if I do that, I will not be able to use my secondaries on basically anything in this game. Anyway, we're gonna try focus on the York. AP would have probably been better, but she's so low HP it doesn't really matter. If we get a little bit closer to the Lyon, my secondaries will open up. And hopefully the much higher damage per minute will be able to make short work of the Lyon. Ryujo's coming in with AP, I mean torpedo bombers again, and the A-cap actually has the Hatsuharu in it. So I'm actually kind of glad I didn't go for it. I would have definitely had to basically 1v1 the Hatsuharu, although maybe not. I mean, the CV does seem to be spotting the destroyer, so maybe that would have been very helpful too. Lyon is also showing broadside, which would be very nice if I could use AP, but unfortunately I cannot. But that's okay. We have synergy with the secondaries. Surely we're gonna get a million fires. I mean, we actually have 9 fires, so there's some positivity there. But I think I'm gonna die. I only have, what, 4.6k? I'm just gonna launch Torps and hope for the best. 700 HP. Yeah, I'm not doing really anything here anymore. Although, the Lyon is losing a lot. Look, she lost like 1 to 2k HP there, just sitting there while the secondaries were opening up. I mean, these secondaries are pretty damn good, especially in a match like this. My torpedoes won't hit, but the Salmon's torpedoes were absolutely on point. So, here's the problem, right? We're 5 ships against 3. We have an extra battleship, we have an extra submarine, and yet this game is not won. We might have a lot more ships, but it's not won because we didn't take the A-cap early. And we only have a relatively small lead right now in terms of points. And the worry is that, so the reason why we might not win is because Hatsuharu, or their salmon, might very well be in a position to basically just delete our Fuso. It's possible. And if that happens, well, all it would take is for their destroyer to outfight our Fubuki, and suddenly it would be a destroyer trying to chase our submarines down, which is entirely doable, because our only destroyer has 2500 HP. So it all rests on basically us not getting unlucky. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna win, I'm saying that they could win. And I think they wouldn't have had this kind of opportunity if we had actually taken the A-cap. We would have been at a significant points lead instead. Because right now, we have to get one of the caps back or we have to sink all of them. And chasing down a missing submarine is pretty difficult. Anyway, they managed to crossfire torpedoes from like 3 directions on the CV, and they actually did sink it. Well done. Now though, we have a 4500 HP Hatsuharu left. Man, our Ranger is pretty critical for the rest of this match. Because it's gonna be all about spotting the destroyer and eventually the submarine. The CV probably isn't going to be able to deal with the destroyer, but the Fuso might be. And to do that, the Fuso needs to see the destroyer. If our Fubuki were really good, she could actually take the Hatsuharu out pretty easily, but you can't really expect that, right? Because not everybody is like really good at the game. I mean, Fubuki is trying. I think she's in a smokescreen, but I'm not sure. But she just... oh no, she's not in a smokescreen, she's just open water firing. I'm surprised Hatsuharu didn't try to fire back. There are a lot of torpedoes in the water. Oh, and there's their salmon. Okay, I guess we don't have to worry about things anymore. Game's pretty much over because, well, Our Fuso is at 0 risk at this point. I mean, about the only thing they could do is take out our submarines and then try to run, because they do have a points advantage and there's only 3 minutes left. Ooh, R7 hit some torpedoes and they're survived with 119 HP. What? What the hell? How did it survive with that? And this is a really big problem. Because, well, if a submarine wants to kill it, they still have to hit torpedoes on it. And hitting just one torpedo is basically as difficult as hitting multiple. And their Hatsuharu seems to be going for our Fuso. However, with the CV's help, maybe it's not a bad thing. Because it will open up the ability for Fuso to actually sink the Hatsuharu. Wait, why is she surfacing? Just one shot from the Fubuki will be able to sink the salmon? Oh no, never mind, she's going back down. Never mind. But the salmon is going into position to try to... Yeah, she's torping the Fubuki. Oh no. Or the submarine. By the way, ours actually did go down. So, yeah, this is not great. Oh, but Fubuki is gonna take care of it. She's gonna just drop depth charges on top of her. And then that will be it. Yep, that's it. Well done, Fubuki. Well done. So, now all that's left is for the B-cap fight. The only thing they have is the Hatsuharu. They do have a points lead, a very slight points lead. But the moment Fuso enters the cap, game's pretty much over. She has a bit too much HP for a destroyer to just be able to randomly sink her. But man, it's kinda unbelievable. Fuso, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? Just enter the damn cap zone. We only have 1 minute and 20 seconds. If she disappears, it's gonna be very difficult. Oh wow. Can you believe it? That's how Hatsuharu is actually open water fighting a battleship and the battleship just can't do anything? Oh man. Come on, Fuso. Come on, Fubuki. I don't believe in this Fuso anymore. He doesn't seem to have what it takes. But maybe the Fubuki. Come on. Come on, Fubuki. All you need to do is land like one shell. Oh no. Fuso is actually sailing behind the island. I suppose it will help take the B-cap, but we only have 40 seconds left. Come on, guys. You need to hit the Hatsuharu. All of this, by the way, would be unnecessary if our salmon had taken the A-cap, but, you know. Okay, Fubuki actually did finally take her out. Man, this was stupidly close. Like, 20 more seconds and she would have actually gotten a solo warrior. But luckily Fubuki landed those shells finally. Well done, Fubuki, well done. But we got 154k damage, we sank a submarine, we shot down 41 planes, actually 45 if you include the fighter as well. 45 planes! And we got 300 secondary hits. 2458 base XP. Our salmon got very high base XP as well, but I don't think it's really deserved because he forgot to take the A-cap. How can you forget to just take the cap? Put us at a lot of unnecessary risk. Our ranger might have gotten very low XP, but he definitely played well. He went and actually spotted the destroyers and what we needed to see. No man, my HE only did 50,000 damage. Meanwhile, my secondaries did 40k and the fires did 28k. Actually no, fires only did 15k. Floodings did 13,000 damage. Wow, that's a lot of flooding damage for a Tirpitz. And yeah, we took like 1 billion damage from these planes. Man, rockets, bombs, torpedoes, you name it. But I mean, the CV did go for us quite a lot. And we got a lot of planes in return. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons and patrons. Thank you very much for your continued patience, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.